After our little nightly talk, I knew I wasn't alone in all this. Sarah may have been only... So a bottomless hole with no exit. Story of my life. I know the drill. Crushed by a chandelier. Fancy way to go.
Perfect.
The governor. Sans pants. Prestigious guest list. Chris Everson. Even my idiot neighbor has a bumper sticker. Wonder what he thinks about him in the law now. He was standing under it. I'll pick him up and find out who it is. Anna Turner. Used to be a sports writer. We had some interesting interviews when my team was winning. Then she got into politics and became editor of the whole paper. You had your last deadline. Maybe I can lift the chandelier. Fire upstairs must have damaged the wires. Okay, but why did he fall? Where's the killer? Shot. Needs a closer look. The Emperor screens. Make that god. There's no movie studio that doesn't kiss his ring. Maybe a little lower.
He influences more people than you think.
What is this? Everybody lies.
They learn to live a lie.
What happened here? Where's the damn killer? How did they die?
Losing your nerve.
Never mind. He was standing here before the chandelier fell on his head. Who brings a gun to a fancy party?
Fucking lack of culture.
8mm. Were you sitting here with a loaded gun?
Think twice before inviting a paranoia case.
A shootout started. You probably didn't consider that. You didn't shoot that fucking thing down on your own head.
Are you sure?
He shot the killer. Was that... How are you feeling?
Better every minute.
He aimed toward the piano. Weird. The trail ends here. Lots of glass under your feet and nothing around. The killer had plenty of time to cover all traces. Like you got hit by a truck. Blagojevich. Journalistic scum. Why so much glass?
Any complaints?
Fuck no. Glass, you, blood. Every piece brings me closer to you.
What if he hated himself and helped create a world where everyone hated each other?
As if he flew over the barrier? It's not everything. Gotta be more. Blagojevich. What do they have to pay him to take all the public's hate? So that was his spot. Shoe print. Maybe he ran? Where was the killer? How are you keeping this company? I'm asking the questions this time. Sorry it's too late. Government critic sitting with a propagandist. Yeah, burn it all down. Shit. Not enough data. I still don't know what this asshole was doing. Did you run away? Why in this direction? Doesn't make sense. Looks too rich for my blood. A broken bottle? Did you chase the guy with it? I can respect that. Where were you sitting? Maybe the glass shards will show me. Bingo. So you were sitting here. Even though bullets were flying everywhere. What made you do that? That's where you were hiding. Fucking wiring. You've had your chance. No need to run across the middle of it all.
Well, better to do something than nothing at all in a situation like that. Although, as you can see, this is no guarantee of success.
And he was done running. He fell limply. Maybe he died in flight. Yet something or someone stopped him. Shot at Blagojevich. Low. Maybe Blagojevich saw Cadis and liked both their odds better. Did you feel a cold sweat on your back?
It would take more than that.
Right. You were lucky with that chandelier shot anyway. Did you do this?
Someone's being paranoid here. It's just fucking wiring.
Which gets in the way of my work. Need more light. High voltage.
Who's Sarah?
Let's see what happens when we connect this contraption. Couldn't he just keep his skeletons in the regular closet like the rest of us? This reminds me of something. We borrowed one from Icarus. Less and less pleasant memories. When you're left with no desires except to kill, then it's high time to die indeed. Now I know where the damn glass came from. I thought nothing could surprise me today. these the ones I saw in holograms? Let's start with the photos. I don't know you. They slaughtered him and bled him for fun. Is it an Icarite? No. It's impossible. It must be some kind of imitation.
Are you sure?
It's time for pictures of your friend. Senator Patricia Terrence. Oh, this is rich. They've been trying to make her out to be a terrorist for decades because she wanted to change the world. It turns out that they're all on one payroll. The wound looks burnt. Someone was shooting at close range? Blood trail. And anything else? How did it all start? Was she the one who murdered him? Let's start with who the hell that guy is.
You know that by solving this case, you're helping cover it up.
Aren't you tired of these games? What's your point?
I want to help you.
Sure, because you're such a noble guy, right?
On Icarus, you couldn't do the right thing. Let me show you whose side you picked.
How fucking kind of you. I thought he was using a different body. The actor and the senator's husband. They've always been inseparable. He looks like a victim, but I wouldn't go all in on that.
There can be ecstasy in death.
It's, an expensive fetish. Same assailant. Looks like the victim bled out before he got shot. Maybe the killer lost his shit. Lots of moving targets. He had to be in a rush. He could have left additional bullet marks. That kind of trail could help me figure out where he was firing from. Straight through. Another casualty of your sick shit.
Imitation made from eco marble.
I admire all forms of art, especially when it helps to establish a shooting position.
Aspiring liaison. How am I doing? Am I as good as that Sarah of yours?
Suddenly a shooter appears and takes out our star. Looks like he almost bled out before you shot him.
Are you suggesting there was more than one killer?
Unlike the rest, this one was murdered voluntarily. However fucked up that sounds. Different blood types.
Presumably, the senator had a pleasurable time with Drake.
He was bleeding like hell. She gets hit and plays dead. Smart move. Was she trying to escape? Ritual toy. Sharp. The Senator must have held it. Drake's blood. And maybe yours too.
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine.
She was always ready to fight. That's why people believed in her. Was she waiting for her moment? Drake had type O negative blood. This is a different type. She surprised you? Tom bled. Burned skin. They had to struggle, but he had the upper hand. A 9mm beats a piece of steel. She crawled away. Didn't you notice? Something else get your attention? She almost gets you.
I guess you're on her side.
I can tell you that if she got you, she'd have my vote. Ribs. You crushed her when you fell on her, and she still didn't give up.
You underestimate me.
At least I understand the low position you shot Blagojevich from. And remember, Kata's shot in this direction. Good to know that not everything goes your way.
It's going great. Trust me.
So you scurried away like a cockroach. A bullet from a revolver. Probably Cadis's. I wonder how that got here. They almost got you. You had to find a way. And you did. Real fancy. You were lucky as fuck.
Don't underestimate me.
I wouldn't dare. How long have you been planning to kill that chandelier? Lucky. But respect where it's due. Also a really good shot. You made it. But I'd like to see your face after that. Your real face. Covered in blood and drool, twisted in fear.
Think it was any different than yours when you came in here?
You're always watching me, aren't you? Monitoring? You watching me with cameras? The holograms. Somehow they were recorded. These holograms must be stored somewhere. There must be some tapes here. But where? Let's see where you take me. Another. This must be a dead end. Let's run deeper. Fuck. Not now. It's so close. Olympus comes with a pocket Hades, a frozen hell where people pay the price for the gods' eternal hangover. Fucking Icarite transmitter.
You want to try it out?
Fuck you. I'm not like them. This body. It should belong to an actor with his throat slit. The youngest bodies possible. No certificates. Right in this one? Age 21. Some unknown kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body.
They're all at the first subscription age. If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But Icarites, why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21, of course.
Motherfuckers.
Does it look familiar?
Like documents from the CTC, but the certificate is missing. Green was probably using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you. You have your 5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may disappoint you.
Wait, what? This is Green. Senator. Attacking his back.
He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it?
How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job. I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little slum secretary, Sarah Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah? You there? Fuck. I've restored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting. Just wondering, since you saw what Green's guests were capable of, will you trap their souls in rotting bodies?
Fuck you.
Or will you let them return to Olympus like nothing happened?
What did you do to her?
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here,
Yes.
and the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
The silence in my earpiece was even more overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah. How could I let myself be tricked like this? She lived, not how she lived. I would say below poverty line, if not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her. Sarah needs electricity, lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see. These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here? It doesn't seem connected to the net. Damn it. Current powers up the antenna. Must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. Lady Liberty, down in the dirt. people. No one else did. What straws the most of it? It has to be here. I hope I'm not too late.
Sarah?
The murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week. What is this place?
Thought I'd be an easy target.
Police! Don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever after.
What do you really want?
For you to realize you're making a huge mistake.
What have you done to her? Talk!
Drop your weapon and get out! I'm counting to 3. 1!
Let's settle this one-on-one!
James, can you hear me?
What the fuck?
Okay. Cool it now. It's me, Sarah. We're good. Just relax.
What in the actual fuck's going on?
I thought some junkie broke into my house. Sorry. I'm almost finished stitching you up.
Could you almost finish faster?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me. Ow, 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 ow. Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking, too. Someone's fallen into bad company here.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
So are you going to tell me where you got it?
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Kara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
It's all right. You can trust me.
Okay. I rented my body on the black market.
Sarah, what's your motive?
Motive? Seriously?
I'm not judging. I just...
What is this, an interrogation? No, fuck you.
Fucking emotions management issues. What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. Back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person. Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but a little valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
Who's Taylor?
The greatest treasure in this stuff. We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging for normal people. Portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. Her subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back. She only thought of others, never herself. Selfless to a fault. After a month, her subscription expired. And we were broke. There was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank. And the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out. No matter what it takes. You're the detective. Now you know my motive.
Oh, fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
Beginning of the month. Remember it. This is older than me.
James, aren't you afraid your memories will eventually fade away?
Lucky me. Mine don't fade. They haunt me, more literally than I'd like.
You must have some good ones. At least one.
We're at the movies, and Rachel tries to convince me it's a crime flick she's already seen. They were all the same to her, and of course she's teasing me, and I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. Right now, I'd give anything to be sitting there next to her. I'd focus all my attention on her.
Maybe then you wouldn't remember it. Maybe it's the imperfect moments that create the most precious memories.
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
I already like this kid. The chicken is only one step away from detective stories. This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
And shoot the shelf above the burglar.
I'd have time to reload and finish the piece of shit.
In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy? I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank.
Looks like you covered all the bases. Nice work.
Thanks. I try.
I hope this isn't a tough question. Sarah, how are Max, Dario, and Peter now?
I wasn't talking...
I saw the name on the cabinets. Did they...
Don't worry, they're all alive and doing pretty well. They rented a legal apartment, floor 40. They have better air than here. Bodies wear out slower.
What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Points for determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never going to be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Wanna get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
We gotta play by the rules. We don't make them.
Tell me about it. And you? Why'd you become a cop?
Always had a thing for crime mysteries, so...
Sure. Who doesn't? Is that all?
Well, I guess I had some ideals, too. I believed in justice. And shit like that.
But you don't anymore?
As much as ever. I'm just not looking for it in the department.
Copy that.
71, Green Bank. Acid rains ravaging our planet will not cause the extinction of the flora. The new project involves collecting bulbs and seeds and temporarily creating holographic facsimiles of all plants. The real, most exquisite specimens of flora will still be on display in the roof sections of the living museums. Living museums. In response to the continuing needs of the populace, the government has taken steps to save.
What an eyesore. Someone here has good taste.
Citizens, I assure you, we care about the environment as much as we care about the development and the thing.
2057, bioresurrection. Scientists have painstakingly developed a formula of plant nutrients, which can resurrect any plant, even with the smallest amount of sunlight. Soon, living museums will bloom again.
Were you close with Seth?
Sure. He was my partner. Why'd you ask?
I remember you mentioned that you even talked with him about synchro problems.
We'd been sitting in a car for several dozen years. Had to talk about something.
The first time he ended up reconstructing a Nicorite?
Mm-hmm.
You blaming yourself?
Cops look out for their partners. And he was my friend. So, yeah. I blame myself. I hope he gets back on his feet after all this.
You really don't remember anything about the train accident?
Only scraps of memories. Fragments. I can't put it back together. And those fucking synchro tests.
What I wouldn't give to be able to go through them. You need time.
Thanks. I'd rather focus on the task at hand. Bottoms up. To honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Okay. I'll trust you. At least I'll try.
Much appreciated.
All right. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one?
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
Okay, let's say you're right.
It's definitely recycled. Why would they lie about that?
You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
They're your nightmares, not hers. You're projecting your fears where they don't exist, and you have to deal with them.
James, I have to save her. Fuck! You understand?
I get it. Sometimes you have to cross the line. And if you do it, at least make it for someone you love.
Well, I don't know if that's what I want.
Do you know what I'd give to see Rachel again? Fucking anything.
Thanks for being straight with me.
Press your finger.
I can handle it.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question. A basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you. I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start? James, I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload.
And how exactly does this connect with the shooting on Icarus?
By sheer willpower.
Why didn't we have access to these recordings?
They were in the Red Room.
I'll try to get to them. He doesn't act normal.
Could this be desynchro? Sake?
Okay, let's assume that this was his motive. What's next? Lots of familiar faces, but compared to Green, they're small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions eat up.
I still don't get that part of the story. When I think that they really use the...
The motherfucker.
You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else.
How did you describe it? That you're losing control of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of consciousness erosion. Will increase the dose of ambrosia and the amount of synchro tests. Should help.
I need something better.
We don't have anything else yet. I'm working on it.
It's one big joke.
Selma sounds familiar, don't you think?
Shit, I thought she was gonna get herself a synthesizer. Maybe there is something that has a negative effect, like synchro tests only in reverse. Maybe there is something that has a negative effect, like synchro tests only in reverse. I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have in this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
It turns out not to be the case. Apparently, every prediction, and there may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least 3 possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. the story. When I think that they really use the...
At least the motherfucker's dead.
Everyone like him deserved it. Are you sure?
I was, but I changed my mind.
Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs. The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart. Green was the last person who could stop the spreading chaos.
I wonder if his death was a crime of passion, or if it was planned.
James, we're drifting.
Taking a circuitous route to our goal.
Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that. Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all this. Let's try to draw some conclusions.
Honestly, I see two main possibilities. Or we're just seeing a small part of a bigger plan by someone who's always 2 steps ahead of us. Or Green's plan played out with Kovalev's help.
How do you figure?
Fuck, I don't know. He has access to some advanced tech. He managed to make contact with you in the Red Room. He knew everything that happened. Like he was in Green's head. I thought Green just committed suicide, but now I'm having a tough time buying that. Sorry, I've got a lot of thoughts. What do you think? Who's behind all this? Murderer or Green?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. The trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro, after all.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.
Oh, I think I have something. 2 weeks. No, shit. I was wrong. Forget it.
Sarah, rewind.
No, you can't touch your own case, or reconstruct it, or explain it. You can't defend yourself.
I'm the only one who can.
Oh, the fucking savior of the world. Can't you let go just this once?
You know the answer.
Damn you. Hang on.
I have to... What's this?
A new earpiece. This one shouldn't be so easy to spot.
Ah, thanks. mirror at yourself. Sometimes the scariest thing imaginable. But it was time to face myself on my own, without dragging anyone else down.
Ryan, in the city are drawing near the Green Farewell location, Central Park. Everyone in the area is asked to leave the area for their own safety and security, according to the police.
Dude, are you there? Hello? This guy looks shady. He's connected. Oh, this guy's cool. Wait for me. We'll get it sorted together.
Seth?
Who else, genius? The voice of your conscience?
I have one of those.
Don't go. This is no ordinary schmuck who slinks packages in the street. I just entered the initials and Hestia asked, am I satisfied with my work? They're calling from the top about it. This will end worse than usual.
I'll lean on him and get something. I'll find out what happened.
Fine. But what if you don't?
I will. Whatever it takes.
You can't cover your ass if you do this. Jake!
We just received word of gunshots in Central Park. The crowd is panicking.
Truth is said to heal. The problem with this statement is that there are only two kinds of medicine that work. Those with an awful taste, and narcotics.
James, are you there?
Good to hear you.
I'll be on the line, but remember, in this place, desynchro can be deadly. Got any symptoms yet?
Thanks. Never felt better.
Can't see anything. Do you think there are any traces left after all this time?
I was here. How am I not one big lead?
Most of the blood evaporated in the fire. Maybe the UV will detect something. Ankle deep in blood. This is mine.
James.
I don't have enough information to reconstruct.
No ticket jokes, conductor? Anything?
That motherfucker had to shoot everyone. So many bodies lost.
What?
Why can't I remember anything? Nowhere to run or hide. Some bodies were permanently damaged. There's something here. I have to check it out. Frame was shot through. I'll check it. look for more evidence.
I don't know if reconstruct...
Refusal of body credit. This guy just hit the memory bank from here.
Probably like most of the victims.
There was a major firefight here before the derailment. I'll check where the shooter was.
Who shot them?
I remember this. I was chasing a guy. A dealer. Motherfucker looks like he was standing around here somewhere. I already have a lot of data. I'm going to reconstruct.
James, think again. The reconstructor will try to use your memories because you were there.
It'll be fine, Sarah.
No, you won't. Wait. James, wait for me. I'll be back in a moment. I have something. I'll explain later.
It was almost midnight and there were still some children on the train. Maybe some parent forgot a birthday and rushed to the store. I hope. The hell? What's going on?
We'll get through this difficult moment together. Can't remember. I'll tell you what happened.
I was chasing a dealer who was running away in the crowd.
You shot up those people.
No!
It's you, James. Real you.
This crap. You're manipulating me.
Pathetic.
I couldn't kill those passengers. It wasn't me. He overwrites my memories. What does he know about the train? From a synchro test? Is this how he brings out memories?
Get out of my head!
Are you alive? That's fucking blood?
Killer uses your memories against you. Like a parasite. Squeezes into gaps left by the desyncs and modifies them. I don't know. He hacked synchro tests and finds out everything? He does it somehow.
Run away from there. Come home and we'll talk about it. Don't reconstruct any further, understand? I can't be with you now.
What?
I'll explain later. My body is in trouble. Okay? Over and out.
Why do people keep leaving you?
I need to get to the next car.